welcome to Trucking Along with Kearsey. That's me, your positive voice in trucking. I've gotten a few phone calls and emails this week from some of you guys, actually, that 2 of you wanted to quit training. 1 had a problem with the trainer, and 1 just needed a little bit of a kick in the pants. So what I need to explain is training is hard. And not all companies team train, but team training is really hard. You don't sleep, the trainer's grouchy because the trainer's not sleeping. And as somebody who is both a team trainee and a team trainer, and now I've also gone solo and I've teamed in a full team with another driver who was already qualified was already solo, and we teamed together. I can say that team training is not an indication of what trucking life really is. There are a couple of you that have been writing to me for months and months that we've talked on the phone and called me up and says, this is harder than I thought. Well, I know, and if you were watching me in one of my videos, I know I've said it a couple times, but I've said it in a couple videos, training is hard, and every single one of my students say, it's harder than I ever expected. I warned you. But several of you have been researching for years, and you've been thinking about this for years, and then you get out here, you're out here for a month or 6 weeks, and now you're disappointed, and you don't like the guy you're on the truck with, and you don't have control of anything. You don't get to pick and choose when you're going to stop and eat and shower, and what load to take, or where you're going to get to drive, or what shift you're driving on. These are all things that the trainer controls, and you kind of feel hopeless. You feel out of control. You feel like you're not learning everything. You feel like you're making mistakes, and the trainer may not be teaching you everything right now, because if he does, it's going to overwhelm you. So you feel incompetent. Normal. Hello. Everybody goes through this. Do not give up. People, they'll call me up and they'll be like, I can't believe this. This is terrible. You worked so hard for this. You were so excited when you passed your permit test. You were so excited when you passed the backing test or the pre-trip test, or, you were disappointed when you failed the backing test the first time and then came back and was able to pass it. So you've worked really hard, and you only have a little bit further until it doesn't matter if you make a mistake when you're solo, because somebody's not there watching you. There's no reason to feel embarrassed when you're alone. And you're also not going to hear the pressure of that person sitting next to you saying, oh, you got to do this right, we got to rush. You're going to put your own pressure on, but that's a completely different thing. And also remember that when you're finally solo, when you sleep, you're really going to be sleeping. The truck's not going to be moving. It's, you're not going to hear. You can choose to park in a rest area that's quiet rather than a truck stop that can be noisy. You're going to find your favorite truck stops to unwind, and the favorite places to go. You're going to have a little bit more control. Well, you'll have a lot more control over when you drive. So you may be able to say to your fleet manager, hey, I need some extra sleep time tonight, put me off until midnight, or put me off until tomorrow morning, and that's okay. That's communication, and that's making sure you're safe. Out here, you have to be physically safe with the equipment. You have to be mentally safe. You can't be exhausted all the time and think you're going to be safe. You can't be stressed all the time and thinking you're going to be safe. So if you're in training right now, take a deep breath, right? Relax. realize that that idiot or jerk or mean nasty witch that's in that seat next to you is not going to be there in a month or 3,000 miles or 5,000 miles or whatever it is that you got left. Okay? They're not going to be there. And I guarantee that when you get solo, you're going to be wishing that person was there. Because you're going to be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Now I feel even dumber. It's a rite of passage in trucking. So, you know, don't give up just because you don't like team training. Realize that solo driving is completely different. And if you are in team training or you are a team trainer, don't completely swear off teaming with an experienced driver yet either. I wasn't sure how I was going to like teaming in general because I hadn't done it in a little while. I haven't had a team student in a while, but I wasn't sure how I was going to like it. I find that I can sleep better knowing that there's an experienced driver driving. I also, when you, at least when I'm training, it's almost like I have a child or an infant and I sleep, but really with one eye open. So you know how like when you hear a baby cough or something, you wake up right away? Well, that's how I would feel. Like as soon as I feel them slowing down on the ramp or pulling into a truck stop, then I wake up, okay, let me look out the window. Are they going to hit anything? If I start to feel them backing up, I'm already looking out the curtains and looking in the mirrors. So you don't sleep very well. You just don't. I'm sorry. And I don't have that same issue with an experienced driver. Also, I think because, you know, it really is a true team scenario. I'm not exhausted because I'm not doing as much work as I did as a trainer. You know, as a trainer, you have to be on guard for everything. You have to make sure that even though the student has been going like into the customers, driving into the customers, dropping trailers and things like that, like I said, I would still get up and then make sure that they really did drop the landing gear. And when they got back in the truck, I'd say, how come that took you so fast? That you were too fast for that. And then they'd be like, oh, I forgot the landing gear. I actually feel like the money I'm earning now is worth what I'm doing. Whereas I think that if people train for money, they're going to be disappointed. You have to train because you enjoy training. You have to train because you enjoy teaching. I made this channel because I decided not to train anymore. But I do love teaching. I love educating. I love giving information. I love sharing information. So when somebody writes to me and says, hey, did you know blah, blah, blah? One of the things I do is I go and make a video about it. So, you know, it's sharing of information that's really helpful to a lot of people as well. So I'm still not sure if I think that new drivers should team right away. And if they do, that they should understand that that's not really real either. Alright, so if you've teamed, let me know down below. Do you enjoy teaming? Have you trained? Do you enjoy training? Let me know. And I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.